Next up, we have for you a statement from Belgian Secretary of State for Digitalisation, Mathieu Michel.
Well, good morning, everyone. I would like to thank the organizer for having invited me to participate in this conference. Let me start by congratulating everyone who has been involved in the work on this EU Cloud Code of Conduct. I know this has been a big effort over the course of several years and involving a lot of different actors. The variety of keynote speakers this morning actually testifies to the importance of the achievement of adopting this first EU Code of Conduct on data protection and cloud computing. It demonstrates the potential of the collaboration between public authorities, industries, and regulatory authorities in promoting and implementing data protection standards. This is an essential element of the GDPR, and I'm happy to see today that this collaboration has produced this Code of Conduct. This Code of Conduct is a precedent and important in more than one way. Since I became a State Secretary for Privacy, I have learned that the law and regulations on data protection can be complex and technical. That is why I have stressed from the beginning the importance of providing guidance to the data controllers and processors. The rules and obligations on how to apply data protection standards should be clear and understandable. This is not only a task for the public authorities or for the regulatory authorities. Also, the industry can play an important role through the adoption of codes of conduct. I'm currently evaluating the Belgian privacy law, and I consider this very much to be a concerted effort. That is why I'm seeking input from a wide range of stakeholders, public sector, industries, our national regulators, but also civil society, academia, and individual citizens. I believe that it is of fundamental importance that everybody has confidence in the way his data is handled. This requires transparency, a clear set of rules that can be applied, and also collaboration between all stakeholders. Ultimately, this is the baseline of a successful digital society. Without this approach, the citizen will not follow us in the digital transformation of our society. I would like to stress another element which is important in the adoption of this code of conduct. It is through efforts such as these that we contribute to the harmonization of European data protection standards. The approval of the code of conduct yesterday by the European Data Protection Board ensures that cloud computing services benefit from a clear European compliance framework tailored to the needs of customers and providers. Such standardization is a major competitive advantage for our industry. It also allows for a level playing field to develop in market segments such as cloud computing services, which can be dominated by non-European players. This brings me to one last essential element, which I find in this code of conduct. I'm pleased that particular attention is given to the challenges which SMEs face as small data controllers facing large data processors. Belgium is a country in which SMEs play an important role, and we remain vigilant that European initiative take into account that particular context of SMEs. Finally, let me conclude by thanking especially our Belgian Data Protection Authority for its leadership in this process. We rely on our regulatory authorities not only to supervise the respect of the GDPR, but we also count on them to guide and support data controllers and processors in helping them to be GDPR compliant. The EU Cloud Code of Conduct does exactly that and is a precedent for similar initiative, which will hopefully follow. Thank you for your attention.
Belgian Secretary of State for Digitalisation, Mathieu Michel, there praises in particular the attention placed towards SME compliance as part of the code, and also highlights how the variety today of keynote speakers attests to the cross-stakeholder approach in building the code, and indeed the public-private collaboration is something that we will explore further later on.